Hello and good morning. Happy Tuesday. Uh, I am happy that we're making good progress. And then last night I was able to get the deployment part of the working, which was something that was just sort of like bothering me for a while. We tried it. We got like 95% of it done on stream, but then there was an error. So what I needed to fix was the not the certificate, but the Route 53 was having a little bit of trouble. I fixed that, and then also, let's see, we were handing in an inappropriate thing to the CloudFront distribution. I just removed that and it was fine. And then finally, the policy that we're giving the S3 bucket was malformed. And that was the toughest one to fix. It turns out that the problem was I needed to create it in a different way. So like I was following the examples, which was creating it using a previously created ARN that they were passing in through a config, and I was creating the entire policy using a bucket that was being created in Bloomy. So able to get the changing the way I created that policy fixed it and made it work better, and now things are working. So if we go to Firefox Dev Edition, I need to make sure that dark mode is on. And if we go to www.brooksbuilds.com or just brooksbuilds.com, we get our hello world there. So hopefully nobody's going there and actually just seeing that right now. But until then, we've got this. So that's sort of like nice for us to have. We don't have it auto deploying on push to the main branch yet. That will be coming. But we're getting closer and closer. So I merged all that code in. So now things are working as expected. Which is great. So today we are going to be getting our server up, our sec server up, and then sending logs to it from our Yew front end. So let's go ahead and get that going. We'll start up Docker Compose here. Okay, so sec is now listening on localhost. I think it was 8085 if I remember correctly. Yep, there it is. Okay, so here's our sec. If we also set up a data volume, so all of our previous logs are still here. So we can actually delete these if we really want. But they're not really helpful, but it doesn't really matter either. We also need to set up our local system. So we're going to cd into web app. As part of the deployment, I use the AWS CLI to upload the dist file. So what we have up here in here is the built, like the built for production. So I did a trunk build release, and I'm kind of interested. How big was this? So our WASM, 198 kilobytes. That's pretty big for just like the hello world, but the idea is it won't grow that much as we add more things. Also, I've heard that possibly newer versions of Yew will make that smaller. And of course, there are tricks that you can do. I haven't done any like optimizations. There are tricks that are documented that you can like do to trunk to make it a little bit lower. Yeah, Brunsell. That's exactly right. And we haven't done any of those things. That being said, my audience is people who watch YouTube videos and Twitch live streams. So speed is probably not the concern, because you could probably download this in like the blink of the eye, and if I reduce it down by like, you know, a quarter of what it is, that's probably not going to be too bad until we start hitting megabytes. Then we'll have to worry about it. That being said, it might be nice to figure out how to log how long it's taking for people to load. But that's going to be rely upon what we can get from our front end. So like, I'm not recording this for YouTube right now. Well, okay. All of these get archived to YouTube as sort of like a live stream archive. So in that way, I'm recording for YouTube, but it's not like when I record for YouTube, it's usually like a very specific, like, okay, we're pretending we're not on stream. Like, I'm taking off, I'm not answering chat. I'm not looking at that. I'm like just doing a full recording, that kind of thing. Right now, yeah, it's just more of like, hey, it's live stream. We get to hang out and chat. All right, so we got that built. Let's get a trunk serve going. This will, I guess like no changes, so it used the previous built one. So let's head back here. So this is on port 8080. Here's that same hello world. So the idea, when I, let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm thinking that we're gonna want two different types of like logs sent to sec right away, which is a informational type thing. Hey, we hit this route, or we use this feature, or something like that. We want that to show up sort of like this. It just like is a message saying that we did it, probably from our application. Also, we need to set up sec, which we can do in settings, API keys. Right, so I can require this. Okay, so we're gonna add an API key. So in this case, this is gonna be Brooks builds platform. It'll generate a unique token. So this is gonna be dev. So we'll just call this, this is all in the context of Brooks builds. Let's just do platform dev. A unique API key token will be generated. Okay, permissions. Ingest is the only thing that we can do with it. We can't do anything else. That's really hard to read in dark mode. It has organization, project, read, system, and write. We're not gonna be able to do that. Just ingest. Input controls, minimum level. Every single one of these should be okay, but interestingly enough, we have verbose, debug, information, warning, error, and fatal. Those must be the event types that we can add in. So we might actually come back here to sort of like re-look at that, because so far that's the only place that I've seen a full list outside of just going and looking at the documentation. Oh, we can have a filter to not show some logs if I want. Attach properties. Okay, so any properties specified here will be attached to events from the API key. So I would want, for you, we're going to put in, we're going to do this in like the real one too. I want to say that, which app this is. Okay, so maybe this is going to be app is platform. So then I can search for like app platform property. Okay. Any key will be generated. Lovely that it just shows it like that. So luckily this is just a dev key and I don't really care about that because that is a bit of a security concern. I would need to, how can I regenerate these if I really want to? If I come back to here, oh, I can't. I would need to delete this and recreate it. Okay, so when I create the real one, that's gonna be a thing. For right now, this is just the dev one that's only working on my system. I don't really care that much. I need to add in. I'm gonna do it in this terminal over here, so I can't accidentally expose my other keys. Although I don't know if I have other keys yet in here. So we're gonna go into web app, and yeah, I don't have a .env yet, so I'm gonna create it. Okay, so .env, I want to put in, this is gonna be the sec key equals that thing. Now, VS Code is going to yell at me for not having this. But if I have it when we start trunk, we should be able to use .env and it should be fine. So I need to restart trunk here. And I believe that loads. It loads the environment variables. Or do I need, hold on, I want to go look at my previous project. So if we cd to, what was it? It was, oh, I guess it was Yew.rs playground. So here's that env. And then to run with that, I created this start script. And start, oh, okay, I got it. So it includes these exports in there. But I wonder, can I include the export in here? Just so I can do something like source.env. I guess like we're gonna source.env and then trunk serve. Then theoretically, I should be able to open up our web app and then use one of these envs. So we've already exposed that key, so I can maybe play around with that here. Here's our app. Here's that hello world. So if I want to grab this, I think, can I put this in here with a .env? Let's try like let sec key. I mean, this is also going to be exposed in the front end. It's going to be sent back here with that token key, so it's not really going to be that secret, but hey, we're going to try. So at least I can rotate them if necessary. So I want env macro. I guess I don't need to import it. And then that one is sec key. I already forgot what I put it in. Yeah, sec key like that. Okay. So then let's expose this to the world again. We'll just do like a p tag. Put it here. And let's just see that we've got it. You were gonna yell at me because VS Code isn't aware of this environment variable, but I believe trunk is, which is kind of annoying. But if we come back to here, there's our sec key. Okay, so perfect. Okay, so that's unfortunate. What I will probably want to do is write another start script for VS Code here. So it's aware of the environment variable. So I'm gonna do a new file. We'll call this start VS Code. Here we'll do good old bash. And okay, so first things first, we're going to source webapp/.env. Then I guess like we need to. I want to start the sec server. So that would be what? Docker compose up. Let's put that in daemon mode. And then code. Here, open up VS Code here. And so this is all in the context of one shell. So therefore, it should stay having this source open up in here. So, okay. So if I save you, shall we test this? Let's go ahead and shut off all of your servers. Exit you. Exit you, and we should be good to go. You go away. I need to chmod plus x start. Start VS Code. And start VS Code. This needs to be added to my get ignore too. That's kind of important. Just before I forget and accidentally commit this up. Okay, that's good. And then the other thing is we want to come back into your app, and yep, that is happy now. It is happy because it knows that that key exists. Okay, nice. Excellent. Okay, so that script will work for me starting things off in the morning. Oh, when I start working on this. Okay, great. So now that we have this key, and in other environment variables, like if I'm doing this inside of like a Docker compose file or something, then I won't have to worry about that. In fact, I want to make a note right now to add in the setup Docker compose inside of this file. So let me set up Yew in Docker compose. Okay. What's next? Logging stuff. So logging to sec is pretty simple. We're just going to send an HTTP request to that sec server. We're going to add that in somewhere. Add that key in somewhere. And then what? I don't know. Hopefully we should get a log. Oh right, we now that we have that one, let's okay, so here's our previous log from Hello Alice. Let's do hello Brooks for the next one. We can say our timestamp is a little bit more modern. Right now this should work. 201 created. Okay, here's our hello Brooks, but it does not have a tag set to it because I didn't add that key in. So I need to figure out how. How do I, like, where is it looking for this key? It doesn't tell me here. Okay, so API keys. Or for a user's personal access under username API keys. Oh, that could be interesting too. Okay, but you didn't tell me. Turn you all the way down. Let's see. That is horrible. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Did okay, so we got the API key token, and why is this such bad quality? I can't read it. Oh, he's using the CLI to add a log, which is not helpful to me. So I want to do ingestion with HTTP, but send the key in, I guess, as a header. Ah, this is okay. Here it is. So, okay, we can put it if it's a GET request that we're sending to it, but we're doing a POST. So we send this in a header. So exsec API key. All right. So in headers, put exsec API key, and then this specific API key, which Let's throw that in here too. If I now send the same one, so we sent it twice, but once with that key, from this point, I can't see any difference. I think this is the first one. So we have event level. But this one we have this app platform. So I should be able to say app equals platform. There's like a query language, I bet. Tag. Select star. Is this SQL like type thing? Select star where app equals platform. No, does not. I need to learn their query language, what they're using. So no, don't want to download calendar stuff. I can use signals to filter. Okay, so queries. Available properties. Okay, so I can add in a new query. This can be like maybe platform. Oh, don't download that. How do I tell it? Oh, I should probably look at some of these to see. Okay, so select. Okay, select count. So if we run that, that's what it looks like. Okay, and I can see the message and the properties there. Interesting. Okay, so we have like select to ISO string at timestamp. As timestamp, level to extreme. Okay, so if I just grab all of you, I'm gonna create a new query. And in this query, this platform. Can I do a where? Where property dot app is equal to platform? That did not like that. I'll need to figure that out. But having that there will probably help. Let's see, there's deployment, search and analyze logs, query syntax. So basic syntax, I want. Okay, so we're select that from stream where status code. Okay, so I want to do a tag. I can do graphs. That's nice. Filter with signals. Signal groups, how signals are combined, grouping signals. I don't know if that's exactly right. if I search for tag, image tag, oh, that's not what I want. I wonder if it's gonna be easy to go out somewhere else. Is sec somewhat the same as Elasticsearch? Is logging functionalities? So I haven't used Elasticsearch, so I don't know if I can answer this question properly. Sec, and I'm pretty new to sec too, but what sec seems to be is a deployable, like a self-deployable logging sort of like system. So it's a server I have running in Docker on my system, and I can HTTP send logs to it, and then they show up. They show up here, which I guess if I remove all of you, kill you. Here's all these logs that we sent, and then I can query that, get graphs, and do all sorts of other things. I apparently can create some signals. I don't. Okay, so like this would be platform. Okay, use that thing to add filter. Okay, use that button to add filters to the signal. Oh, so like this, which is like tag. I want this app. Oh, that worked. Okay, that works. So then I hit this, and that adds this filter in. So I save you, and now we can go none editor anymore. Okay, so hey, I want to only see things from the platform. Okay, I want to see everything. And then I can do queries, which will do, I guess, like query more specifically. To you, it seems like the stripped down version of Elasticsearch just for logging, which is cool. Okay, that probably does sound cool. Yeah, I plan on putting one of these on EC2, so that way I can send logs to it from the platform front end and the back end, and sort of like go from there. All right, so we have this. All right, so 5 scanned to blah. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so it tells me there's 5 events, but I'm searching at platform, so I'm only looking at one. So now we should see new ones come in here. So let's say I want to do a feature type thing where every new feature, I want to track features. So one feature is the entire app itself, at least in dev here. When we load the app, I want to send a log out. We could just do like a send a log here. That would probably be fine. I'm also thinking that I want to create a logging sort of like, probably not like a full crate yet. It would probably be just like a little library inside of here. So let's create like a logging. And does this need to be, I don't know if it needs to be in a folder yet. So logging.rs. So do I really need this to be a struct? Probably not. I'm trying to think like if it's a struct, I can create like a new log and then build that out. Which for each one, and then that would like hit send and it would send it. But okay, there's two sort of like things. Informational and then error, probably. let's just do a function. So we'll do a pub function. We'll do like logging info. Log info. I mean, heck, maybe I just want to do like log, and then pass in a type, like sort of a level. So we'll have a pub enum log level, info being one of them. So that'll be a log level. And then in this case, we want a message, which is going to be a, I can do a stir. A stir might make sense. Or I can do something that like implements into string. That would also work because I can then turn it into a string. So what if I do like impl into string? Like into string or something like that there. Does that work? Return value. I don't know if I'm going to return anything. I think it's just going to happen. All right, so that seems to work. So now our message is something that's going to impl into string. So I know that I can turn it into a string. So this means it takes a string. It also takes a stir. Okay, so for log, we're going to create our message, which is going to be this thing here. And then send that out. So we have okay, we are going to have some kind of struct for this. So pub struct, this is going to be like a log message. If it's going to be JSON, that means we need Serde. Okay, so we can we'll serialize and deserialize this to JSON. So in our log message, we know we're going to have this @t. I'm a little bit concerned now. It just can I do that? I don't think I can do this, can I? Okay, so we're gonna have to be. Oh, okay. So I don't think I can actually serialize. Well, I got the impulse serialized and like do it myself. Oh, that sucks. So if I do like timestamp, and this is, I could make this a string. What's a timestamp we can use? I can do like an instant now, right? So use standard time. Instant is a now time, right? So let's impl log message. If I create a new one, this will take in nothing and return a self. And we're going to create let now equals time instant now. Okay, so we return that. You are... Okay, so I don't think I can serialize, deserialize this. I think what we're gonna do is create a, use the JSON macro to create it ourselves with like a to.json. Let's make this public so I can get access to it, at least in here. So in log, let's take this level and message. We're not caring about most of it. I want to just log this out to begin with. So we're gonna do that message. Actually, let body equals log message, new, and message. So I might actually want to create this as a struct then, because if I'm gonna have to create it anyways, sort of like store these times and do that, I might want to just go straight here. So log message, new, pass in a message. Oh, message, and then you don't actually care about that. And then I want to, let's say glue. Oh, wait a minute, glue. So we're going to use glue to console log that timestamp out if I can turn it into a toString. And we'll see. So otherwise, we'll have to go look in our playgrounds to see what we used for that. So we can do glue, console log. So body dot timestamp. Can I toString that? The method toString exists for struct instance, but trait bounds were not satisfied. Okay, so it can do toString, but it can't do display off of that. Can I format this? Okay, I can debug format this. Okay, so now I'm going to call log, and it doesn't matter what I pass in, it just needs something. So then we're going to come back to app here. We're going to say going to log level is going to be our log level info, and our message is going to be just message like that. Back to you. Probably just a thought. Probably need to start the server. And recompile all these new assets we're using. Time is not implemented on this platform. Okay, so I can't use that. We have to use probably something else. How about Rust? Actually, I like to use the other Firefox for these type of searches. Let's do Rust. Rust time date. See if we can search for this. Oh, wasn't. So date and JSys. Chrono, right? I think we used Chrono. So create Chrono. All right, so it can't be an instant anymore. So we're not going to use standard time. We are going to use chrono, as it were. So this is going to be an unknown thing just for a second. Okay, so we're going to have chrono. Date. I don't see like a new. With time zone. I mean, we can go look at the documentation, I suppose. Okay, so usage. Ooh, if I want Certa included, so that way, ooh, that might be nice. Then we can go back to just JSON. Well, no, we can't. We still can't because we need that at T. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we can do datetime UTC now, or datetime local now. Interesting. Okay, now this one includes includes like the +9. So either way, I get the information. Okay, so we're gonna want this chrono prelude. We're going to get now, so it's going to be chrono. Okay, so we could just use date time and then local. So it's going to be date time. Let's do local. Oh, I see. It figures this out. So I just call local now. Okay, never mind. I was looking at the type. Local now gives me this now. We're going to use it. That's this datetime local. So I'm going to set this here to be a datetime local. And now when I log this, which it still seems to be okay with, not implemented in this platform. Do I need to tell it to be WASM friendly? I was really hoping that would just work. Togglebit rating with a party of 139. Welcome, raiders. And welcome, Togglebit. Hey, everybody, how are you doing today? And Togglebit, how was your stream? Awesome. That's great to hear. I'm doing good. We're figuring out how to send logs to sec from a Yew front end. What were you? I saw your cryptic message about like did we make any mistakes or something like that on your stream notification this morning? Which was like, okay, but that doesn't really tell me what you're doing. So what were you working on today? Oh, you finally got your TUI library to render something. Oh, awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah, I've been like looking at that every once in a while, sort of like lurking in the background, and it's looking pretty interesting. It's also reminding me that I probably don't want to write those type of libraries myself. That seems a lot. I kind of like staying at the higher level and just using those libraries. So maybe we'll use it something. Maybe we'll use it once you're done with it. Maybe can we do animations in it? Like, can I redraw really fast in the terminal with your library? Because in that case, I can create games in the terminal, like games that you shouldn't create, like Pong. You should be able to draw fast. Okay, so we can create Breakout and Pong and all sorts of other stuff. That could be fun. We let me know when you've got to the point where we can try that, and maybe I'll give that a shot. It could be a fun sort of like a fun side project to try. We haven't done like a game dev type thing in a while, so that could be cool too. All right, so for those of you new here, I do a lot of like sort of a variety of different programming things. Recently, I've been doing a lot of web development with Rust. I've been teaching just sort of like Yew.rs, and now we're building a platform to host all the content that I've been creating. Because like right now it's just on YouTube. That's the only place you can find it. You're gonna go get fooding. Well, thank you so much again, Toggobit, for the raid, and go have a great rest of your day. Feels like it's not too far from alpha, but it's felt like that for quite some time now. I know what that feels like in projects. It can, it can get overwhelming. Dev.rs, Dev.rs, is that that blogging site? Or is that a different one? All my content right now is on just YouTube. Just like YouTube videos on my channel. I think I've written like 2 blogs. I think, yeah, Dev.rs is that blogging platform. Yeah, I like get notifications from them every once in a while, but like I haven't really written very much on there. I don't know, I just get impatient when I'm writing those long form blog articles, and so like I just don't, it just like I end up stopping and just come back to like live streaming. I think I have more patience for that than I do for like writing, as it were. Maybe someday I'll get back into it and try it again. But all right, so today we are working on sending logs to a logging server. So in another in a Docker container, I have sec, which is our log server. Well, I guess like our logging solution served out. I have the ability to send things with a special key in it that will let me tell me, hey, it's from this platform. Otherwise, I get all of the events, and we can send them to them using just HTTP requests. And that's how it's going to work from Yew. Because otherwise, there are precious few libraries and crates that are like set up from these type of services to head out there. So I'm trying to use Chrono to set up the timestamp because I need to tell them when this event happened. And that is, so I'm trying to use Chrono here. So we're going to use like this local now. Unfortunately, when I run this, I'm just getting this time not implemented on this platform. So does that mean I need to tell you to be WASM friendly? Also, did I pull maybe like the wrong project? Am I supposed to pull in like a chronowasm? Nope. Oh, okay. Chrono, Rust. Epic, hello. I am trying to remember the crate we're using for dates in WebAssembly. So, awesome. Let's go back to crates.io and look at, hey, that looks weird. Turn me back on again. Okay. Chrono. Is there a chrono? Wazi? That's probably not right. Okay. Wasm date? Wasm time? No, not helpful. Okay, let's go spelunking back to our previous app and take a look in there. So back out to Yew.rs playground. I could swear we use some kind of a time library in here, but I'm not actually seeing like a. Okay, so we probably looked at Chrono because Chrono sounds familiar to me. Also, in case I forgot to mention it, hello Epic, hello SMB. Anybody else who was chatted before, sorry. Let's see, started wasn't Benjan. We can maybe get it just from maybe glue will give us something. Okay, let's try this. We'll do back to unknown. I want glue. So timers probably. Yeah, it's like a set timeout, set interval type thing. Maybe no, not a worker. Utils. So body document. Window. No, so that's gonna be like the window element, but not what I want. Is probably not right. Chrono has a wasm bind feature, so it has. Okay. I was missing that. Let's go to Chrono. Let's go find that again. So. Features. Default features, all those. Optional features. Wasm bind. Enable integration with Wasm bind gen. That's what we want. Okay. So, back to you. Chrono. Okay, so if we enable Wasm bind gen, so the wasm bind for chrono. Then if we come back into here, will just magically work for us. So that would be, I want local now. This is a time local. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. So now we have our date time. Perfect. So now I have a timestamp inside of here. And then we also want to store the message itself. So pub message is going to be, have this be a string. And in new, we're going to have our message. Let's have this be something that impulse into string. So we'll do message is message.into. Okay. I don't think I'd need this log function at all. I think instead we're going to do this new. I'm just going to slowly build this out. Okay. Now let's do like a pub function like log. So if I want to like just like let's log it to the console. So yeah, I'll just do console. We'll take in a reference to self. Nothing else. This will just, I don't need to return anything. I would need to serialize this as it is right here. So then, okay, this would need to be serializable. So serialize. We could do a glue console log. And then it's going to be a JSON. Oh, sorted JSON. Let's do toString pretty and a reference of, can I just put in self like that, or am I gonna have to do a yeah, doesn't like that. Oh, it returns a result. Okay, so then we're going to if I'm going to do a result, I might want to pull in something like do I want to use anyhow? Or do I want to use, I think you use air. Air is the air handling library that I just sort of like go back to constantly. There's not really that huge of a difference like in how I'm using them between them all. I just like that one. Okay, so this is going to be a result, which is going to be a error result, which is nothing at all. So then I can take u, question mark u, and return okay like that. All right, so why are you upset? Oh, I can't serialize that. The trait serialize is not implemented for chrono. Oh, but there was a feature. There was a feature, if I remember correctly. And we do want to bring that in. Serde enable serialization Diaz here. Okay, so Serde. That should make you happy once a Rust analyzer, figures things out. So, okay, we're going to create a new log message with a message, and then we're going to console that out. So back to app here. We're not going to have this log anymore. We're calling this a log message. You need to be a pub struct. Okay, we're going to do a log equals log message new. Pass it in a message. So this is going to be hello app loaded. Then we'll do log.console and we'll unwrap it here because I can't really return an error at this point in time. And there it is. Okay, so now we see our message app loaded. Perfect. So next up, we want our log level to be passed in too. So we'll do a level is going to be a log level. I don't actually know if these need to be public or not. I probably can just make them not public. Level and level. Okay, so then you're stored in there. Log level needs to be implement serialized too. Okay, and then you need log level. And so we'll say you are going to be a log level info. Right, so back to here. Now we say, okay, you are an info. Okay, and then I'm going to want an actual send event. So hub function send, do a self. This is probably gonna include a result. Well, yeah, we're gonna have a result because we're gonna turn it into JSON. Okay, so result. I don't really care about what we get back. Do we get anything back? We get minimum level accepted. No. Okay, we basically get nothing back that I care about. I do care about this 201 created coming back though. So, all right, so I'm in a web context now. I need to send via an asynchronous call, which means we need wasm futures. Is it dash or is it underscore? I can't remember. It's dashes. So once this loads, I can use wasm futures to create an async block for myself. So do wasm futures, spawn local. We'll have an async block like this. We're also need to move into it. I guess I probably don't need a result from here because you don't really know what to do with this. So I probably also need to Okay. Oh, I know why we need result. We need to now turn it into the JSON here. So we're gonna do let, so like the body of this message is gonna be equal to, let's use the JSON macro to send out what we need, which is this format here. So we're gonna have this at t is our timestamp, and then you are gonna be the string of, I guess we'll just format you. Self self dot timestamp. Okay, the message is just going to be our self message. Oh, you don't, wait, you don't return a result? Why are you unhappy? Oh, I have double. Okay, that's my problem. Okay, there we go. So we have our value. So we have our format, we have timestamp and our message. That should be good to go here. Level comes from what is it? It's sec logging. I'm gonna go find the documentation for it to find how I put in the level again. So logging ingestion from HTTP. It's at L. And this is going to be a level, but I need a toString on this level. So actually, I think that might just work, right? Well, I could have like a custom serialization on it too, or like a toString on it. If I debug this, does that mean I can do something silly like self.level or format this? This is not the right way to do this, but I think what we really want to do is change it from using JSON like this to implement a custom serializer to change like timestamp to this at t, message to this at m. That's what I really want to do. Which I think there's ways for me to set that up in Insert. I just have to go like look at how to do it. So this is my down and dirty to get it done now before I run out of time. So we create our body. Now we move that into here. And we're gonna do a glue net HTTP request post to our URL. Okay, so where are we going? So we'll hard code this in right now, but this obviously needs to be an environment variable in the future. Okay, so we have that. We need a header to set. We know that the header is going to be this thing. And we do have this key as an environment variable. So let's pull that in here. So let key equals env. We move that into here. Do I need to make this an actual string? I might need to. Set key. Okay. Then dot body. This has to be a string, I think. Which is going to be that body. Then we're going to send this. We await it. We unwrap that. And I think that's it. I don't really care anymore. Body. Okay, so the trait bound is not satisfied. It needs to be an int.js value. So if it's a toString, so I can do a sort of JSON toString body like that. Have to unwrap you. Okay, so I would want to do that all here in reality. So, but you seem to be happy. So now we should be getting this app loaded with an info log level when we refresh, and then we look inside of our sec. So here we have Yew is the latest. We're gonna head back to here, hit refresh. Oh, wait. No, wait. One important thing to do, we console it. I also have to log send it. Kind of important. Okay, so now, hey, there we go. App loaded. And we see the app platform. So I can now come and say, hey, show me all of the things from the platform. And now I see that somebody loaded in. So when, okay, so we can get info events now. Okay, great. So I think coming up in the future streams, what I'm going to be doing is cleaning up the library a little bit. We want errors to also work. So I want to be able to send stack traces back to here, which will make it really easy for me to debug in the future. So I'm thinking of something you get from like logging libraries like Sentry for free is a stack trace in the cloud. So like, hey, somebody ran into this problem. It tells you what the error message was. It gives you a stack trace. You can go try to recreate and debug it yourself without talking to that person who did it. We want to recreate that functionality here with Rust. So we have info. Info is great. Info is good for like tracing things or like knowing how many people are using a feature, but the stack trace log is going to be so much better. But unfortunately, that's going to have to wait for another day because I am out of time. I have to go to my day job where I do a bunch of coding and management and leadership and other stuff, which is not in Rust. So I don't have anybody on my list for rating right now, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and end it. As I was saying, I do these streams every single weekday morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time. We do it for about an hour and a half or so before I have to run off to work, and we're building web apps in Rust. So hopefully you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.